Thanks everybody for gathering around the telescope with me. I have some fantastic news. It's in the weekly newsletter I put out, but this I want to cover on its own video and get it out there to as many people as possible. We have the potential over the next few months to see something spectacular if it all comes together. A potential member of a family of comets known as the Kreutz Family Comets is speeding its way to a perihelion encounter with the Sun on April 5th of this year, the first week of April. This object was discovered on January 13th, 2026, so just a few days ago, and it's not fully confirmed yet, but if it is a Kreutz Family Comet, astronomers have been waiting for this for a very long time. Here's the image. This is an image of Comet Candidate. It's called Comet Candidate 6AC4721 right now. And you can see it in the center. There's two bright stars in the upper left. The comet with just a tiny tail can be seen right in the center of this image. And I'll put that on the Patreon page. And this was taken by Alan Hale using the LCO SAAO log 5 centimeter refractor on January 14th. And again, if my mouse is cooperating, it's circling the comet right there, this Comet Candidate. Sure is looking like a comet right there, isn't it? Okay, a Kreutz Family Comet is a member of a group of sun-grazing comets. It's thought that it originated with a massive comet, a very large comet. It was a single giant comet that grazed by the sun, and the sun's gravity broke it apart and centuries ago, and so now these fragments show up, and they're actually on a very long elongated orbit around the sun that takes a few hundred years for them to come around again. So if this is a Kreutz Family Comet, it could be big. Okay, the last big comet that we were able to see was C 2011 W3 Lovejoy. It was in 2011. Basically, it was a southern hemisphere experience, and you can see an image of it taken over there to the left by astronaut Dan Burbank. He was the Expedition 30 commander on board the International Space Station, and that was taken on December 22nd, 2011. We had a wonderful comet, which we saw, and I sketched an image this fall. I also have this one of Comet Lovejoy C 2014-02. If you can kind of see that, this was a spectacular comet. The tails were wonderful. Anyway, just very exciting things going on. Okay, Comet Lovejoy, again, southern hemisphere comet. It was wonderful to see. It eventually broke into three pieces. It looked like a headless comet for a long time. And the last Kreutz family member of note occurred in 1965, and it was the famous C 1965 S1, and I hope I say this right, Ikeya-Seki, blazing at the night sky at -10. And just to get you a sense of how big that was, and I'll show you an image in just a second, the full moon, when it's out and bright, is about mag -12.6, and I have that post over on Easy Astronomy if you want to take a look at it. That explains magnitude, a video on it. But basically, the higher the negative number, the brighter the object is. So full moon at its brightest, -12.6. Venus, which is the brightest object outside of the full moon in the night sky, comes in at about -4.4 to -4.9. So Comet Ikeya-Seki that came in 1965, September 1965, at -10 on the magnitude scale, was extremely bright. You can see in these images that I'm just going to come across and show you really quick. This was an old astronomy magazine image. Look how long the tail is on that. And this comet, not only was it seen at night, it could be seen during the day as well. And then there's a post over on Wikipedia, of course, about it. You can see the comet taken here digitally as it's streaking, and just was an absolutely tremendous sight. I was a total of about 5 months old at the time. I was born in '65, so this is 61 years ago. Anyway, if we keep going, just so you know, this is listed, and I have it right here on this tab, along with all my other tabs. It's listed as a potential comet, and they're asking for observations and stuff, so you could click on that and submit a report if you actually image it. It's at about -20, so you're going to need a pretty big scope and a pretty dark sky to see it. But we should get confirmation here in the next several days that this is actually what it is. It should be confirmed, like I said, very soon. And when it is confirmed, it will likely become designated as C2026A1. So remember that, C2026A1. Initial orbit simulations show that it's highly inclined from the plane of the solar system. It's about at an angle of 144 degrees above the plane of the solar system, and that is very typical for a Kreutz family comet and a family member to be at that angle. It also looks like it's coming from the constellation of Ikeya, the Chisel in the southern skies, so it's probably going to be a southern comet experience. We'll have to see what the path actually is when they trace it out. And its origin looks like it's coming from Sirius. Anyway, so we know that's the known aphelion point for this family of comets. Its current, and this is probably what's so exciting about this. Its current heliocentric distance is 2 astronomical units. So the Earth is 1 astronomical unit from the Sun. That's 93 million miles. This is 2 AU, or 2 astronomical units. So 186 million miles from the Sun. Kreutz Comet has never been discovered that far from the Sun yet. Before, and it indicates its future potential. If it's already this big at 2 AU out, when it gets closer, it could truly get magnificent. It could really brighten in the weeks coming up ahead. So the so-called pre-covery images on which the comet has been found with the benefit of hindsight date back to about December of 2025, and it shows brightness to be around magnitude plus 20. And it remains, like I said earlier, at that magnitude presently. Okay? At its closest on April 5th, it will be just 0.021 AU from the Sun, with an elongation of just 0.5 degrees, the width of the full moon, but it could become possibly visible in the daytime sky, just like I said Ikeya-Seki did. So, if it survives, and that's the key word, if it survives perihelion and doesn't break apart, but maintains its structure as it comes back around from the Sun, we could be in for a show here. Let's hope that that happens. It's been 61 years since we've had a daytime comet. Love to see something like that in my lifetime. I'm sure you would too. Just so you can know, I'll put the links on my Patreon page if you want to head over there, and all this information will be there so you can get to it. I'll put it in the comments in the video. I just think this is absolutely fantastic news. Stay tuned. Keep looking for news on it, on C2026A1, if it's actually designated as a comet, which I'm pretty sure it will be. So fantastic news, clear skies, keep looking up, and look forward to hearing more about this, and eventually, hopefully, being able to maybe perhaps take a little trip and see it. Talk to you later. Have a great one.